What is professionalism at work, and how can you have more of it so that you can stand out and shine? I'm Jen Swanson, your career coach, and on this channel I help you to get the job, love your work, love yourself, and advance your career. And today I'm going to start with the 11 attributes of a true professional, and then I'm going to move on to what you can start doing right now, immediately, today, to up your professionalism game. So hit that like button, click the subscribe, click if you haven't already, and let's get into these 11 attributes. A true professional possesses all or most of these 11 essential attributes. The first one is a positive attitude. If you are grumbling and complaining and being cranky and nothing goes right all of the time, then you will not come off as being professional. This doesn't mean you have to be all Pollyanna, sunshine, unicorns, roses, rainbows, whatever, all the time, but you can be real and you can think of things in a positive way. So if you tend to default to the negative, that's one thing you can do, is try reframing it, at least even sometimes. And the first strategy to any kind of shift is awareness. So once you are aware of the fact that maybe you are not being super positive, then maybe you can start shifting just a little bit, even once in a while, and that will head you in the direction of having a more positive attitude. Number two is a handle on why they are there in the first place, they being professional people. These people know why they are doing what they are doing. So why are you doing what you are doing? Are you there because it's a job? Are you there because you have a passion for it? Are you there because you're really good at it? Because you get something out of it, because you like it, because it feels like you have some purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? Number three is expertise in their area. People who are professional are experts at what they do. And of course, everybody starts somewhere. So this is a chance to pick something that you're not fabulous at, that you might want to grow in and become good at. So what skills can you learn? What skills can you develop? What courses can you take? What certifications can you work on so that you can become the expert in that area, or at least more expert in the area in question? There is always something. And so you can look at your weaknesses, things that you would consider to be your least best areas of the work that you do, and what can you do to improve those. The fourth thing is a good work ethic. And so what this means is that you're showing up when you say you're going to show up. You are working during the time frame you're supposed to be working. You are not leaving early. You are not taking extra long breaks. You are not late for work. If you say you're going to do something at a particular time, you do it. And if for some reason you can't do it, you explain why, and then tell them when you're going to be able to do it next. So what are the things that you can do to gain or develop or improve your work ethic? Sometimes it's little tweaks. The fifth thing is accountability. Who are you accountable to, and what are you accountable for? So if you make a mistake, own it. If something goes wrong, look at it to see if perhaps it was something that you could have done better or improved upon, etc. What is your accountability like, and is there room for improvement in that? The sixth one is a very important one. This is awareness of limitations. Now, we all have limitations. There are things that we can't do, that we don't know how to do, that we're not very good at. And while you can improve in some of those things, it would be really good for you to know what your limits are. It might be time limit. Maybe you've already got too much on that plate and the plate's getting really heavy, and maybe you just need to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't, because once you get too much on that plate, then nothing gets done well, right? So what are your limitations? People who are professional absolutely know and are able to set clear boundaries around how much they can get done at a certain amount of time, or the kinds of things they take on. Now, I tend to say yes even if I'm not 100% sure what it is that I need to do. And the reason I do that is because I love to learn and I love to challenge myself and I love to figure it out. So if somebody asks me to do something, as long as I have the time and I know that I could get this thing done, then I often will say yes, and then I work my tail off to get it done. But I do have limits, and there are things that, I just can't get that done in this amount of time with the energy that I have and the rest of the stuff that's on my plate. So it is good form to learn how to say no when you need to say no and to know your limitations. Number 7 is to have fantastic communication skills, not just good ones. And, the blanket excellent communication skills, you've probably heard me rant about this already. I don't think you can tell people that you have excellent communication skills 100% of the time, because we all mess up, every single one of us. We all mess up. So, however, you can develop communication skills. It is a practice. You can always, always, always be working on your communication skills. I have a ton of resources on this channel about communications. My podcast way back in the day started off as Communication Diva, and I taught communication skills in healthcare for 20 plus years. And so it's a passion of mine is helping people to learn how to communicate well and skillfully. So check out the podcast archives. They are audio, and so you can listen to them while you're doing something else and pick up a little bit on communication skills. Those are things that you can always, always improve upon. And the more polished your communication skills, the better you are at it, the more professional you will be. Number 8 is humility. People who think they are all that all the time without any humility come across as arrogant and not professional. Take a look at that. Where is your humility in the work that you are doing? If you achieved something, was it all you, or were there other people on your team that you can give credit to so that they can get a little bit of the love and joy from the success that you have achieved? Is it all you, or did you have help along the way? Humility, humble people make the best professionals. Number 9 is gratitude. And gratitude is a practice that is actually very good for your mental wellness. What are you grateful for? When you tend to default, if we're going back to the first one, if you tend to go to the negativity, wait a second, what can you be grateful for today? What can you be grateful for in the work that you are doing, in the career that you have, with people that you are working with your team, etc.? What can you be thankful for? And again, like the last bullet point, who can you thank along the way? Who can you be grateful to and express gratitude for in the work? Because sometimes all it takes is a pat on the back and a thank you from the people that you are working with to lift your spirits, to make the day a better day, to make people motivated to want to work together. And as long as it's sincere, right? It has to be real. But gratitude is a very important practice to implement if you want to up your professionalism game. Number 10 is generosity. This goes along with it, and professional generosity. What I'm talking about here is a generosity of spirit. Are you generous with your compliments? Are you generous if you're a business owner? Are you generous to your employees and keep them motivated and keep them happy so that they stay, right? It goes a long way to employee retention if you're doing nice things for your employees once in a while. Generous in sharing your knowledge and your expertise. If somebody needs help, do you have a moment to help them figure something out that you happen to know how to do and they need help doing it? Are you generous with your time to train other people? There are lots and lots of ways that a professional can be generous with their time and their energy that doesn't include financial generosity. So what are the ways in which you can be more generous in your workplace? Number 11 is a willingness to learn. There are always things to learn, right? I started 1 year ago, almost to the day, 1 year ago, making YouTube videos. And so I'm willing to learn. I had to learn how to do all of this stuff, to film and to light the space, and I keep changing spaces to try and get it to look better. Learn how to edit, learn how to upload, learn how to do all sorts of things. So what are you willing to learn as far as your work goes, so that you can be more professional? These 11 attributes come out of my book, What They See, How to Stand Out and Shine in Your New Job. This book is available in the link below. You can also order it from Amazon, I believe. And let us talk about the one thing that you can do today, right now, to up your professionalism game. The one thing you can do is to start right now and to choose one of these 11 things and start working on it. Yes, it's not earth-shattering, this advice. However, it's one thing to watch videos on how to do stuff, but then to actually do it and implement it is the next step. Have you been to a lot of conferences where you've taken notes and notes and notes, or workshops and notes and notes and notes, and then the notebooks end up in the drawer and you don't actually do anything with it? Guilty, right? Watch lots and lots of YouTube channels, lots of shows, lots of videos on how to do stuff, but then not actually done it? Guilty. So the idea here is to take one of these 11 things, the thing that you feel most drawn to working on, and actually do it. It might be something that you can start right away. You can thank somebody for something they did. You can communicate more fully and more clearly with people. Nobody needs to know that you're doing this. This can be practiced on unsuspecting people that you are working with. It might be the positive attitude thing. Maybe it's just reframing things in your mind, and instead of complaining or being cranky, maybe you try and say something good about it for a change. Once you've chosen one and you've satisfied yourself with that, pick another one. And you can continue to do this until you've gone through all 11 of them and gotten them to the point where you feel comfortable and more professional. And you know what? People are going to start to notice. Hit that like button, as I said before, because that helps me share this with more people. The more likes I get, the more the YouTube algorithm will feed this out to other people so that they can be helped as well. Next, I have a video for you on success mindset and how you can have one. So I will see you over there.